We have some disturbing news coming from the humanitarian front. The Norwegian Refugee Council, a leading aid organization, has been forced to suspend its operations in over 20 countries worldwide after U.S. President Donald Trump imposed a freeze on U.S. foreign aid worldwide when he took office on January 20th. The Norwegian Refugee Council is one of the world's largest humanitarian organizations for displaced people and relies heavily on funds and donations from the U.S. government to fund its operations. The NRC, in a statement on Monday, warned it may be forced to halt life-saving programs unless it receives overdue payment from the U.S. government. The NRC statement states, and I quote, "For the first time in our history, we will have to suspend ongoing and urgent humanitarian work for hundreds of thousands of people in nearly 20 countries affected by wars, disasters, and displacement. We are being forced to lay off aid workers around the world," unquote. The agency also added since 2024, it received just under 20% of its funding from the United States in 2024, or around $150 million. "We have in our 79-year history never experienced such an abrupt discontinuation of aid funding from any of our many donor nations, intergovernmental organizations, or private donor agencies," the NRC said. The NRC has been providing humanitarian assistance to millions affected by conflict, disasters, and displacement worldwide in Africa and the Middle East. However, with the suspension of aid, many of these vulnerable individuals will be left without access to essential services such as food, shelter, and health care. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, an acting head of USAID, said on Wednesday, February 5th, that Trump administration will reach out to the USAID to identify and designate programs that would be exempted from the stop work orders. However, the organization said it welcomed a temporary waiver by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, but noted that pending payment had not resumed. Quoting, We currently have millions of dollars in outstanding payment requests to the U.S. government. Without an immediate solution, we may, at the end of February, be forced to halt U.S.-funded life-saving humanitarian programs," the NRC said. U.S. aid is one of the NRC's largest donors. Last year alone, U.S.-supported programs helped more than 1.5 million people. Since its founding during the World War II, the NRC has provided displaced communities with food, water, shelter, education, and counseling. It currently operates in 40 countries and has around 15,000 staff. In Africa, the NRC supplies clean water to 300,000 people trapped in the blockaded city of Djibo in Burkina Faso and provides funding to nearly 500 bakeries in Darfur, Sudan. The consequences of this aid suspension are far-reaching and devastating. The NRC warned that the suspension of aid will exacerbate the humanitarian crisis in many countries, leaving millions of people without access to basic necessities. The organization is urging government and donors to restore funding to prevent catastrophe. Let us know what you make of this in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the News God for more groundbreaking stories around the world.